Why can't I do this? Alright. Alright, so let me check what's going on. What is with all the static? Alright, it's the mic. Alright, it's the mic. Alright. So, guess we'll do a new game. Alright. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighborhood good friend. since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to wake up to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha! Ha! I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Javier. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. Yeah, that is true. Alright. Alright, so nobody is watching currently. Alright. Alright. But you did wait for me, after all. Alright. I guess you don't have to be mean, even. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. I never thought I'd make that sound ever in my entire life. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Javier, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. Oh no. Alright. I haven't been looking either. There's something wrong with you. Huh, what's that? Yeah, that's not true. What is wrong? The thing broke. It broke. The game broke already. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did in one of our main conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Well, thank you. I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET. What the hell? What the hell does a NEET mean?
You said meat?
No, NEET. N-E-E-T.
You a NEET, so you a NEET.
What the hell is a NEET?
Something like your feet. I don't know, got him.
Ha! Got him. Alright. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. Alright. No promises, though. Alright. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Alright. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, yay. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Yeah, yay. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Yeah. I'm gonna get my headphones real quick. Alright, I'm back now. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After packing up my things, I stared blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Yep. Hello? Or hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me. If it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Huh? Know what, Sayori? Tell me, what? Well, that you could come to my club. I'm sorry. You what? That must be fighting words. Come at me. Yeah. Alright, I don't even know what the heck I'm doing. I'm gonna put my glasses back on so I can see. Well, that you could come to my club. I read that already. Sayori, yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. Dun 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 dun. That said, my interest in the literature club is guaranteed to be even less. Yep. That said, my interest in the literature club is I keep reading the same thing. Yeah, I'm going to go to the anime club. And guys, if you're wondering why I keep pausing at random intervals, it's because I am listening to the stream on my phone while streaming it live, just to make sure that everything is working right. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I'd bring in new members. A new member. Hold on, let me enlarge the... Alright. Cropping. Alright, so that's better now. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sarah is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake. Okay? Yes, let's go! Oh, so somebody else is here? Who's here? And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Hello, Tengar. Is that how you say your name? I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit but generally use for third-year classes and activities. Alright, glad I got your name right. Welcome to the stream, Tengar. Alright. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Alright. Everyone, the new member is here. Alright. I told you, don't call me a new member.
Who on your live?
One of my friends. I glance around the room. Welcome to Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Alright. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy. Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Javier. What a nice surprise.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
What? What are you doing? What was that for?
You know exactly what that was for. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Yep, that's all we can think about. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki! Humph. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Alright. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Oop, I accidentally skipped that. She said something along the line of "don't say that." Yuri, who appears excuse you. Turn. I'm not wearing headphones in the computer. I'm wearing them into the phone, so you can still be heard. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? Here, let me pull something up for you. Just, Alright.
A little bit of Monika in my life. A little bit of Monika.
Alright, so this right here is it. If it shows up.
A little bit of Monika in a little bit of Monika in my life. A little bit of Monika by my side. A little bit of all I need.
This is how well I know Monika.
What I see. A little bit of in the sun. A little bit of
I like this animation. But yeah, that's how well I know Monika. Alright, it's great to see you again, Javier. Monika smiles sweetly. Like this? We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Ha! I dropped my phone. Because, Lemuel, this is my stream. Basically, completely out of my league. That sounds about right. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Javier. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. Yep. I know. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then, how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh, whoa! I don't even know how to make that sound. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes, decorated to look like cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and a little piece of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Why did I give the youngest ones the deepest voice? Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious. Yum. Tasty. Best cupcake ever. Why am I talking like this? Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. It's classic Sayori. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Bite the face. That's where you're supposed to bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. What you looking at, Natsuki? Do I look funny to you? Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. This tastes like crap. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Not really. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Breaking the fourth wall. Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe. Hey, that's the image I took. I took this image right here to make the thumbnail for the stream. Alright. But not for you. You know, you dummy. No, you. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? She probably lives here. Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? No. I hate tea, especially when it's hot. And nobody reads. Nobody reads these days. Except for apparently everyone still, because you gotta read. But nobody reads for fun, except for me. Where am I going with this? Let me just continue with the thing. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. And why is that? Got my eyes on you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. We are one fat piece of crap. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? Okay. As President of the United States of America, I hereby decree that Javier goes back across the border. Oh, I'm reading the wrong script. As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Aha, well, you know. No, I don't know. Would you like to explain? What am I supposed to be knowing? To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. Oh, there's 3 people watching. Who's the 3rd person watching? Show yourself. To be honest, I can't stand all of the policies. I just read that. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. I'm not kidding. 3rd person, if you're still here, reveal yourself. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. My TV just flashed at me. Oh, alright. It must be hard to start a new club. Something just fell on to my leg. Just hope it wasn't a spider. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. What, are you kidding? Literature's the best there is. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these 3. Probably. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Javier, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. Respect. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Yeah, you better keep quiet. Negative person. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Man, her voice should be something like this. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. That's what her voice seems like it should sound like. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. So bored with the world is what she should sound like, because she sounds like she just has everything figured out. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, you might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Or I didn't read that right, I don't think. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. She should write those posters that are always telling children in elementary to read. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? How dare you? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Hey, this is just like that one Here, hold on a second, let me pull something up for you. This is the part in my, my single let's play of this game. Internet's running slowly. Alright. So, alright. So, let me pull it up. Copy. Alright, add source. Yep. Alright. Alright, hold on a second. So, who's still here and who isn't? Alright. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. That is very philosophical right there. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Watch this, she's about to start bragging. Alright. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Yep, that's how I thought it was about to go. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Ah, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay! I have an idea, everyone. Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yep. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Javier? Monika smiles warmingly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But? Oh no, Monika, you got shorter. I'm sorry, oh no, Yuri, you got shorter too. I'm sorry, I thought, Hump, oh no, you got even shorter. Javier, oh no, you too. Why are they all shrinking? You all suck. Got him. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like that? Well, first of all, you gotta think with the right head. That's the first thing you gotta do. That is, if writing poems is the price I needed to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Or, dang it, I don't think I read that right. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Huzzah! One by one, the girls' eyes lighten up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. Alright, I need to do that just to see how the voice sounded for a second. Alright, welcome to the Literature Club. Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Javier, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. I really impressed the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. I don't know. Find out next time. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Alright, meanwhile, the girls continue to chat. Alright, I read that. Hey, Javier, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Maybe. That's right, Sayori. That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Yep, that's how it goes. Alright. Will I really be happy spending every day? Who's the fourth person watching? Hello, Thor. You still here? Alright. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. 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 So guys, now it's up to you. Which person should we go for? Alright, Thor. Glad you're still here, Thor. And while I wait for you guys to decide,
a little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Monica by my side, a little bit of all I need, a little bit of what I see, a little bit of
alright.
in the sun, a little bit of all night long, a little bit of Monica. Here I am, a little bit of you makes me your man. A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Monica by my side.
If you guys can still hear me, who should I try to impress with this poem? looking in the comments right now, waiting to see what your guys' answer is. Alright. Yes, sirroo. But that doesn't tell me who I should start trying to impress. You know what? I'll try and impress the first person that I see jump when I click sugar. Well, I guess Natsuki is it. Alright, unstable. Let's do lipstick. There we go. Passion. Nope. Wrong person. Hair. Hello there.
Hello.
Cheer. Wrong person again. Anime. Fantasy. Skipping. I'm not sure if the chat's just running slow or if just nobody is answering. Sorry, I got to go on a brief Avengers meeting. Alright. Desire. What? Alright, I think I skipped. Tell me another one. L-Boy runes. Alright, sensation. Alright. What now? Pleasure, fine sir. Thank you. Oh. Should I start writing the rest of this for Yuri, or should I keep writing for Natsuki? Let me know. Yuri. Alright. So let's see, Vivid. Precious. Oh, wrong person. Philosophy. Starscape. Termination. Secretive. Unrestrained. Contamination. There we go. And frightening. Alright. So now I've done basically Yuri and Natsuki. Hi again, Javier. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha. Ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Javier. No problem. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. I don't like you.
I don't like you.
I don't like you. Get out of my room.
Well, dude, damn.
Alright. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too.
I didn't.
Oh no, you found out my deepest, darkest secret.
Yes, I did.
Shut up, you. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. The end of what? Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Oh, dang. No, you. That's right. Alright. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. That's right, take a seat. Boy. Don't worry, guys. Javier always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. You know it. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable! That's right. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. Dang it, Sayori. You always keep your room so freaking dirty, of course I have to clean up after you. Freaking otherwise, I'd die being in your room, and you would die being in your room. He's a slave. Oh no! They found out. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? You two are... Oh. I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Javier can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori! Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? No, never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Yep, it's always up to me. Oh no! She wanna fuck. She bought the condom! Oh no! Oh no! What do I do? Help! I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Smash or pass best literature? Oh no. Alright. Smash, obviously. Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here! It's the condom. No, I was kidding. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. A good... Oh my gosh. Lemuel! This is a kid-friendly channel.
What happened?
He said a good dickin' will make her happy. Anyways, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy.
What was it called? Penis?
Probably. It was probably the Book of Sex.
The book of sex.
Sex positions. Give her the dickle and she won't be a big pickle. Oh no. Oh no. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, is that where the condom comes in? Discuss it if you wanted. Discuss what? This is... If they kids are on the clock, they can get the cock. What?
What?
If the kids are on the clock, they can get the cock. Yes. What?
That's weird, bro.
Bruh.
You're gonna give the kids the D.
Oh no. How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. You cuffed. Oh, no. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sierra and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner.
A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Monica by my side, a little bit of all I need, a little bit of what I see, a little bit of in the sun, a little bit of all night long, a little bit of Monica. Here I am, a little bit of you makes me your man.
Alright. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Oh no, the chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. You looking at hentai? I mean manga? I mean anime? I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah! Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. Brazzers. Oh no. Guys, Lemuel and I assume Derek. Alright, internet's running slow, but it will come up. Alright.
Daddy, go!
Alright, it's coming.
Dad, a girl texted me, hey, and a smiley face.
Show me your worst.
How many wives? 3. She wants the dick.
Yep, that's how it is.
Girl texted me, hey.
This is exactly what it's
smiley
like.
face.
This is what Yuri's like right now.
How many wives? 3. She wants the dick.
Yep. Alright, sorry. If she breathes, she's a thought. Here, I don't know how well you guys can read this, but look right here. My mouth legit says "re" on it. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book that you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious how come you have 2 copies of the same book. Ah, we caught you. That's why you're a necrophiliac? Gimme. Oof, can spell. Can't. Oh. No, you. Ah. Well then, I stopped at the bookstore. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. A female of culture. Oh wait, she breathes. Oh no, she's a thought. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. Yep. This is the book she gave me, guys. This right here. I started reading this the moment she gave it to me. Halfway done with it right now. Story of hope. How did our world get so messed up? Why is there suffering? Where did evil come from? All these questions have the answers in this book. She won't be breathing for long. Oh no! Oh no!
This mother-
Is that... Is that where the condom comes in? Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Cool. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Magnum's commercial plays. Alright. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of what she just described. I know that's my favorite hentai. Frickin' Brazzers startup comes on.
All do trash.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere.
Bro.
Ah ha ha.
Why'd you keep...
Boy, play those ads. You want me to play the Brazzers ads? Is that what you just said? Ah ha ha. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Sounds like Blue Exorcist, but with a female. Oh gosh, no. Alright. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Javier? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Oh, man. Yes. Okay, I'm right. Alright. So if you'll look at right here, when I count to 3, you'll get some, that ad. Like right here. Alright, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Gotcha. So how'd you like the ad? Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. That's hentai right there. You know it. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective when horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Drops lotion. Oh no! Always prepared, guys. Not sponsored. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plan. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. You should be. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to the other people. Dang it! Puts wallet away. You can still give me some money. It doesn't have to be sponsored. Alright, so I'm sorry if I ended up saying something strange. But anyways, I don't have enough subscribers to make money streaming anyways. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
Stop.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. Aha, what are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. Quickly retrieve the book that I had to put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Ah, yeah. Flies come out. Lol. Lol. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. She seems to be a loner. Lemuel, you and her would get along just fine. Gotcha. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry! What the heck do you think you're doing? Quit looking at my book. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Ha, ha. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah! I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Just that tiny bit of contact makes all the difference. Go for it. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here! Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah! I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. Damari. Is that the same Damari that I went to Cedar Point with? But I'm holding it like this. We're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Pew.
Bitch.
Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I want you guys to know that I am about 3 seconds delayed. More like 5 actually. Skitty pop pop. Pop cock cock. What? I think I got a bit distracted for a second.
Dad, a girl texted me, hey, and a smiley face. How many Y's? 3. She wants the dick.
Alright. I know very well, sir. Or we know very well, sir. Alright, I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah. Hey. Ah. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Play the game now. I am playing the game, Damari. I am playing. Boy. Alright, we continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kinda reminds me of you a little bit. So I want you guys to know that I have other games planned to play on this stream. If you want to continue watching, that'd be great. If you don't, then, okay. But, like, I think after this part, after we read the poems and go on, I'm gonna switch to the next game. Things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything. Well, they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. Ah, I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment, scare the crap out of himself. Alright. Alright, but Javier, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that... Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying? What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. The stream cut off for a second. Alright, I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. You jerk. Alright. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. She's about to finish the entire book. And then, just pretend to be reading while I sit there and read. That's probably what's about to happen. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Alright. Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. Ooh, fancy. Alright. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit, or stand. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, obviously, Yuri. Yuri seems most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional! What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. I don't think I'm gonna hate you. Alright. Are you guys still there? Alright. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Ah ha ha ha. Yuri takes a deep breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicate you've written a lot of poetry before. Alright. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly and then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Okay. Glad you guys are still here. I thought the stream had cut off. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. That is a mouthful. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Alright, let me get some water real quick. Alright. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Cool. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. My eyes hurt from reading that. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Man, Yuri, watch out. Apparently Javier is trying to get that condom ready. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. It wasn't too short, was it? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Javier. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. Is that supposed to be an insult? Come at me, bro. Alright, but remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Man, I've been streaming for 2 hours now. Yours was impressive too, so, nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Javier. You hear that?
No.
She's gonna keep doing her best for me. Me too. Who should I show my poem to next? Natsuki. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotion. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? Dang. She's threatening to physically harm me. I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. No, not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. It's grade A literature right there. Just to let you know, got you again. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. Just what do you think you're doing? What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. That tastes awful. Why did you spray that?
It was a fly.
You were just spraying a fly.
Taste it?
Yes, I taste it. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Alright, since everybody left, who's still watching? Alright, like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it's meant to be. That's what it means to be a pro. I wouldn't call you a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? Sayori? This is a good poem, Javier. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now, not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Javier. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then, again, I can't deny that she is part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here. will be my way of thanking you. Oh, so it's just me here now. That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Wait, it's called Dear Sunshine. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
I want breakfast.
I want breakfast.
What you want?
I don't know, eggs and toast?
Man, ain't no breakfast.
That's not
This
breakfast?
is eggs, sausage, bacon, grits, oatmeal. Come on, man. You gotta come with the package.
Hell no, that's too much. I'll take eggs, bacon, toast, and a muffin. That's it.
I'll take eggs, bacon, grits, and sausage.
Actually, I'll take grits.
You better take some bacon grits.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, I just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it wasn't a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, Beck. Shh, crazy. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Told you. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time dang it, I skipped that on accident. Now I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. And now, before we get to Monica, of course we have to play this right here. The best thing. No, I'm not. Because it's only playing one clip over and over again. It's not the song. I like that clip. Alright.
Yeah, your girlfriend like me too.
Oh! Oh, I don't have one. Dumbass. Alright. Hi, Javier. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. Alright, so it's still just me. Alright. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestion for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Javier. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Javier. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's the secret to life right there. Always keep their expectations low so that you can surprise them by putting in a tiny bit of effort. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. Can't wait till Friday. It's summer. Then I can stream all freaking day long if I want. Very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? No. Don't worry. Something. I skipped it on accident. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. It's still just me watching. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the speckle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind, like a film left out in the sun. Much too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. That's strange. I have no idea what that means, but wait a minute. I know this game has fourth wall breaking and stuff, and Monica's the person who's like hacks the game and everything. I just now realized she's literally talking about me, because she's in the computer looking out, and she sees me looking in. That's what she means. That's smart. I like what the game creators did. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink. Wow. She's too philosophical. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. For today. Thanks for listening. Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As I read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Natsuki, what's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute! Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. Humph. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Javier did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Javier liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Javier appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Javier started showing up. Oh. I didn't notice. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly, both girls turned toward me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Javier! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the fair. Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feeling and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only necessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Javier? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Natsuki, Yuri, or help me, Sayori. Which should I take? Josh.
Either one.
This one, which is Yuri, this one, which is Natsuki, or should I call for help?
Oh shit, go with Yuri.
Yuri?
Yeah.
Alright. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feeling it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fist. And yeah, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I ended up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Yuri, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It will spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Oh, Natsuki! She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Sigh. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Javier. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. That is a typo in the game. I'm thankful to have you. I don't even freaking know how to say the sentence. I'm thankful to have had you as a part of this club now. I'm thankful to have you as part of this club now. That's how you say it. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, What thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Javier, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you learn something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Javier, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Javier, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I say that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Alright. Alright, guys. So, yeah, I said I was gonna do a horror game, but I decided, not, because, I'm tired of streaming now. I want to thank you guys who've been here, for watching. Thank you, and I will see you guys, next time. Bye. Hope you enjoyed. Alright. Bye. Well, actually, before we go, just one more time.
Bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Monica by my side, a little bit of joy I need, a little bit of what I see, a little bit of in the sun, a little bit of all night long, a little bit of Monica.
Alright. Bye.